This is the fun part, where we wait because we don't know when it starts. Okay, so now we are just starting. It said we were live 7 minutes ago. So, anyways, about how live we are, we have no clue what you have seen so far. It could be chaos. Alright, so welcome to our Woodle Tree Adventure review live stream thingy. Because this is Scarf Studies. So, everybody be ready and bundle up.
Hello?
This is where somebody adds interlude music. Alright, so it is super laggy, so we have no clue what you're looking at. Alright, wow, my scarf is hard to put on with my hand. So we have all finished, right? We have all beat Woodle Tree Adventures.
Yes.
Super CVI had done his own run.
Speed run.
Speed run. Hi, Kayla. And since Kayla is here, we can say that this Scarf Studies is dedicated to Kayla because she's in the hospital, so get well soon. And we're going to play some Woodle Tree Adventures for you. Alright, cool. So anybody want to start talking about it while I start it? On me, apparently? Because we need a new game. No. Yes? No. I don't know. I don't care.
Good question.
We're just going to start it all over again for people to see. So everybody talk.
Okay.
Oh, you go ahead first, Mega and Tgains.
Me? Okay,
Yes.
I guess I'm going first.
Well, we didn't talk about this tree.
So, well, when I first started this game, I definitely felt like it was a bit crudely made. I don't know if that's kind of a harsh word to say. Because it definitely does its job. So
It just has less
it's
than
just like,
stellar graphics, but I mean the graphics are pretty.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
I didn't just realize till just now, those waterfalls are just two cubes stacked on top of each other.
it's
You
like,
might say this is like a...
So we got like a meadow over here, we got some flowers. I actually want to look at this and then like compare it to the levels because I don't remember an autumn level.
Nope.
There's one snowy level. There's
There
a
are two
secondary autumn level
Yeah.
here. I don't know.
Only
There's
one
two
area
falls.
in one level that might even have this. We'll look at it while we're running through it.
Exactly.
But,
right.
It's very interesting. But I don't think the graphics are that bad. I mean, graphics don't really make the game.
That's
The gameplay and story do. I mean, this doesn't even have a story and it's
felt
still
like to me,
fun.
at least on the first impression, it was like their first attempt to make a platform.
Mm-hmm.
This was them putting themselves out and building something with the tools that they could. A bunch of cubes, a bunch of spheres, apparently two cubes overlapping each other for a waterfall.
But I mean, it looks pretty good to me. I mean, it's not like Final Fantasy.
It doesn't
but
crash.
It's still, but it's still,
Like I said, it does its job.
it's still pleasant to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Also, take
So-
note that his mustache is green.
What
mustache
really
is-
bothers me is that
Never do that.
the mustache is two little pieces like his eyebrows, and they move. They move.
Is the mustache just a larger version of the eyebrows?
That's what I think it is. But the thing is they move independently.
Probably.
Like now you can move your eyebrows, okay? But you can't, like, how do you curve your mustache? Okay, anyways, let's not focus on mustaches and let's start some games. So, first off, I need a controller working because it, went off while we were doing this. So, he gives birth to Woodle Tree. A stump. He already cut off his head.
Oh, you, my little son.
I'm very confused
born
how-
From my roots, I gave life to you for a purpose. You have to bring water to this thirsty.
They all ate pretzels. They really need it.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
The world's just made out of pretzels.
Do this, you have to collect fairy tea. I said that picking up as many as you can, you'll be able to discover a new world. Here, I'll show you one of them. Come and take it.
All right, here we go.
Ah. So part of the plot is that these aren't just his tears; they're fairy tears, and I didn't realize that. There's a cube that will stop you. It's one of the most depressing things I had to learn from speedrunning is that You can't go very far in this area.
So,
I so wish you could. You can during the credits, but...
Alright, so there's our first fairy tier.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I mean, even though it explains very, minimal, you still know what's going on. I mean, you can still explore, nothing's crashing. We've gotten stuck a few times, but it unstuck itself, so, I mean...
Yeah. Game
So
definitely had
cool.
enough testing into it to feel enjoyable from the developer.
There we
There's
go.
some games where you just test something a bunch, and you wonder, like, how did the developer, like, not see this obvious thing that's going to happen?
I don't know, but this is my favorite part of the entire game.
Yeah.
I know that there's the rest of the game, but the fact that... Oh my gosh, he's going back! Anyways, the fact that he can turn upside down and hop is just... It just makes the...
I like to call it leaf surfing once we get the leaf. Spoilers!
Alright, let's pick up our ball. Actually, it's a backpack. I lied to you all.
Having to
And then
speed
up
on this
here-
game, I had to learn a lot about how this game, like, breaks itself. These
Oh look,
camera
it had
angles.
a little thing that looked like you were picking it up. Like the leaves came out of the one
Yeah.
leaf.
That particle effect has
But
saved
like,
my
look,
life many
he's got
times.
like a chair and a bench in his house, a
He's
dresser.
got benches? I've never seen the
he's
benches.
got-
That
he's
chair is
got like
specifically
little
to place the world.
windows. Oh, his bed up
He's doing a
here.
little
He
dance.
has a bed.
He has a window up by his bed too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty cute. Oh, his door's a hobbit door. There's a circle. Maybe.
Don't forget
Okay.
that the Y button is sprint.
Yes, I do. I was sprinting earlier. Okay, so look at this. Oh, look! So there's like one little section up there that was the autumn.
I haven't seen this level in so long. It's like going out of quarantine. Because there's a World 1 skip in this game. You
Oh, yeah.
basically just enter the level, and then you ask the game to leave the level. And then the second level will just be loaded at that point.
Oh, they
I
got
don't know
little
why.
orbs coming up. Okay, you guys need to talk about graphics, gameplay, all the stuff that we normally would rate a video game with. And be sure to... Oh, Kayla posting stuff.
More animated Minecraft. Like
Yeah.
55, yes. I really like the vibrant textures and
Yeah, it would be a very beautiful painting.
colors.
Or even a coloring book. The way that it's set up, it's very cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
Something that happened when I was starting out as an artist was that I was told why to use so many vibrant colors, and so I try and desaturate all my colors. But there's a beauty to having fully saturated colors and things. Don't let anyone else think otherwise unless it's flashing lights. Then don't oversaturate the flashing lights. What are you doing? But aside from that,
Whoa.
oh,
Okay.
wait, go in that corner for a second. Just go under the camera. Stop moving. And try and stand underneath the camera. Like that. And try jumping. Wow. Okay.
Well, now we know he has no soul.
Also, I do like the texture
He's
on his
empty
head.
inside.
But, you can stand on the camera at the
But
end
I
of the
mean, you can
credits.
see how the platforming is working very well. We're not having a lot of too much trouble with it. I mean, later on it does get more difficult.
Yes, there is
Or
a certain
difficult
difficulty
people.
to this game's platforming, which
Mostly
I'll
the
bring up.
camera.
Probably
Oh my
later.
god.
The camera, you can zoom in and out of it sometimes.
So there's the camera fully zoomed out.
If you zoom out further, now you walked off. Right. Okay. I would advise making sure to collect at least some berries because the
I'm
leaf
just gonna play
upgrade-
it like a normal thing. We'll talk about the
Yeah.
leaf upgrades, but let's.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, how about gameplay? Why don't you guys talk about gameplay?
It's a platformer. You have jump, you have run. And there's one very specific thing about the gameplay that Marinette might be feeling at the moment. I'm not sure if she has or not, but Tgains, sorry. I always mess up people's names online.
I'm not falling on the spikes like I did the first time I did this level.
It's too easy. But there's a specific mechanic in the game that if it detects sliding on ramps, you can't jump or control your in-air momentum when you're sliding on a ramp.
I never noticed the little
Oh,
ladybug.
that's cool. Does it move? It disappeared.
I killed it.
You can kill worms.
I
That
killed.
hurt me to learn.
Yep, I remember that. You can hit those guys and they get angry with you. This
Yeah.
guy throws a thingy.
There's apparently one of those guys in the second world, but it's PC only.
Oh, wait.
What?
Wait, there's more to the PC version?
There are 2 wind currents in the PC version because apparently you can just go up solid matter in the PC version, looking at the speedrun. Not in this game. This game has better physics for some inexplicable reason. I miss the wind currents so much. Anyway.
Look at him, he's contemplating his life.
And it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, say goodbye to the only non-hazardous people in the entire
Did you
game.
stop tickling me, cat?
Because
Sat on my
aside
foot.
from turtles, they will be gone. Hey there, turtle. But, every platform in this game basically is a ramp. If you walk off a platform without jumping, there's a very high chance you'll just lose all air control and slide straight off until you either hit the ground or fall. But yeah, it has basic physics, but workable physics. For instance, that moving platform there, you'd think like in somebody's really bad video game, just like the game would like freak out. But you just sort of poof inside the elevator. That's kind of cool.
I definitely think that the physics in this is really easy to deal with. It's very fluid. It allows you to, control the game with ease, unlike some games
Yeah.
where you're just frustrated
Sonic 06.
and you want to throw them. Oh no, I was talking about Snake
Shadow
Pass.
Hedgehog. What? Oh yeah, Snake Pass.
That thing. So Snake Pass
Yeah.
was a great game. We reviewed it. You can check it out. There's another ladybug. But, whew, some of that did not. Your snake could not grab on them things.
Right. So imagine that the floor is lava in this game if it were to be about as comparable to Snake Pass. Which this game does not even have lava, so
It looked like it would have.
it's very controllable. You would think, but
I mean, this water's not pushing me, and it just slows me down.
yeah.
Which is a nice thing too, because a lot of people do that current, and then you can't fight it because they don't give you your character enough push, so then they make you struggle way too much, and then it really takes away some of the fun of the game. Because if you're just sitting there struggling and getting frustrated with the game, you're more likely to put it down.
Yeah. It's a pretty short game. Specifically, the console version has a few extra levels. But
And the game can be completed.
I mean, this is the deluxe version. There isn't the non-deluxe.
from what I'm seeing, the textures are welcoming. It draws eyes with the different tones. Yes. And they're pretty crisp on console too. So that makes it extra nice to look at. There are lots of bad video games out there that don't have this nice crisp texture. It just looks like you just painted it with a tablet. I mean, look at the platform with the squares.
Oh, we're in
Like
autumn.
papers.
I just noticed now.
It does exist.
They do exist.
Also, I never made it up there. Oh yeah,
Yes.
that platform right there. I'm an idiot. It's been so long since I played this level. Can you tell?
Okay, game. I don't know what just happened, but
And back
okay.
to the beginning of the level because
So wait, why did my camera? Okay, well, we're now playing. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
as we were talking about gameplay, I am stuck.
how is the game?
I think this is the first time we've ever encountered something like this.
Yeah.
Usually the camera controls are not this bad.
What happened?
Try zooming in on your character. Because what I think is that there's a platform behind you. Right now you have to jump.
Oh wait, no, let's zoom back out.
Well,
There we go.
Okay.
Like,
you don't know what happened?
The
But
render, when it's inside a building, just decides, I can't see anything outside of the object I'm in, I'll just stop rendering everything.
yeah, there's one point in the
It's a
game
problem.
where the there is the one point in the game where the camera has an issue,
Oh, nice.
but I
Okay.
can't.
Nothing you can do. But yeah, so for instance, sliding off a ledge, you'll just not be able to control your character until they careen off a cliff. Several times. It will chain itself. itself.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like is checkpoints. They never let you know if there is a checkpoint. And the
Yeah.
checkpoints are just random. Like, they're just like, maybe we'll give it to you, maybe we won't.
Yeah, like falling, you're less likely to get a checkpoint if you fall than if you like run into an enemy. But there's a chance that if you didn't kill an enemy early in the level, the game's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna spawn you inside this enemy, so you have to go back to an earlier checkpoint. But you just spawned me at a checkpoint game.
At least it doesn't boot you out to the title screen.
Ooh, that's true.
Could be.
That would kind of suck a little more.
Then again, you technically can't access the title screen from inside the game.
That is true.
I learned that the hard way. Speedrunners. Thank goodness that there's a home button in modern consoles, or else, you know, I have to close the
Yeah, maybe,
application.
maybe.
Nice.
Gosh, she's throwing me off.
And it threw her off right there because, oh,
See,
and the game
random checkpoint.
now.
We just didn't even know.
Why? Nobody knows, Sora. Nobody knows. Yeah.
Nobody knows, Sora.
So for the story, it's pretty basic. You're just collecting the tears.
I forgot to mention something while we're inside the house. Do you know you're supposed to eat the berries? The tree guy says you use the bag to eat the berries to survive. Because that text bubble goes by so fast.
But why would
So-
you eat it when you need it to get better leaves?
I know, I don't get it.
So,
Have you eaten one before?
are you saying like you eat them and it gives you like more hit points or something?
No, just you eat them. That's the plot. The story, there's a dialogue box
so
that
how do you
says
eat
collect the
them?
berries to eat them. You don't. You just collect.
Maybe we're eating them and it tells us how many we ate.
Maybe. That
And
makes
that just
sense.
unlocks stuff.
In the PC version,
Okay, so
there's a different sound effect.
yeah, so here, as you can see, we had the first world. Now we have a second world. We have the harder world that we can unlock when we get 600.
Yeah. So unlike the PC version,
so
this
then
one
we have
has 2 extra.
we have a headband. I still don't know what it does. This is a better leaf, the second better leaf, and then the third better leaf here, and then another
Longer
world out
range.
here as well. So we'll
once
enjoy
we
all
get
of
to
that.
World 5,
nobody said anything.
Yeah.
yet.
once
Unless
we get
we
to
need a
World
scroll.
5,
We don't need a scroll here.
uh,
I don't know how it works.
should I ask Carrie to stop by, or should I post it on my?
You can post it on yours too. So let's see. We talked about graphics. We talked about gameplay, and we talked about story. So what else should we cover? What about the developer?
Don't know too much about the developer.
Is it an indie?
Definitely an indie.
Well, that'd be my assumption, but
They did hire someone else to do the port for the Switch one. That's all I know about the developers.
well, other
Maybe.
people do have cell phones right now.
Right, I was supposed to.
Yeah, no, you post. Wes, can you?
Like, you want me to look it up?
Yes. I mean, Mega. Right, names.
Right.
Shh, secrecy. Oh my gosh. It like short hopped.
Do you know what's interesting about some of this level design? Some of these platforms you aren't, you can't fall between.
Chubby Pixels
Well, that's
is the
an
name of the
interesting
developer
thing you
company.
don't
Chubby
see in.
Pixels.
Just kidding. There's a guy up there.
All right. So, I don't know anything about the developers. Why are you looking them up?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're indie.
Yeah, they made a sequel. I know that.
I know, and actually the sequel looks really cool, so I kind of want to try that out. But that'll be another Scarf Studies.
So their first game was Positive Island.
Was it
That
very
looks like a-
positive, or was it like negative ions and you had to become positive? Like I
Looks-
was meaning emotions or science. Which one is it?
Looks like it's a freeware 3D exploration game.
But I mean, is it based on emotions or ions?
Really? I don't know what's that.
Science stuff.
I have no idea.
It'll eventually light
The
you
Way
up.
of Life was another game they made.
It might be a smart idea to jump into these wind currents, because just like falling off a platform, if you just walk into them on the ground, you lose control. Also, this game has some weird physics where the game will just be like, are you trying to jump over it, but are at the top of height of your jump? You're just gonna... no.
Another thing, too, is you don't have to collect every berry to unlock the last thing, the headband in the game.
That's a fighting texture! I never saw that before. Wow, learn things new every day, right?
Since this is our first
Nice.
Scarf Studies on Facebook, and you haven't found much of the developer, we should probably go over our rating system. So we have a 5-level rating system, starting with full price or pre-order. You know, what most important, is it worth, you know, everything that they're asking from us? Or, thanks, gang. That's why I never hit them from the front, because even though you hit them, they still have their dash end.
That's a good
And
point.
it still hits you. So we have the full price or the pre-order. We have sale price or discounted, demo with, I can't even read that one, it's so far gone. I'm guessing pre-owned is what it was. And then bargain bin or humble bundle, and then just don't buy or free. Because we base it off of whether or not how much you think this game's worth, instead of just
We also
emotional stars.
we also encourage you guys to
Review it with us,
review
yeah.
it with us, just because you know, as much as we love to do it, we also like to, you know, hear from you guys. And I think that's really cool to kind of hear what other people think of it, like especially if, you know, you disagree with us. You know, I think this game is,
And we,
you know, poo-poo garbage.
but what's important is to focus on not biasing ourselves, like, oh, we're so used to Final Fantasy that these graphics are bad, but look how cute he is. Look at the sitting animations and the blinking. They put a lot of time and effort into this.
That the single developer put work to making this game look like how they wanted it to look. And that's applaudable. One thing I didn't check too, I need to double check.
What just happened? Okay. It just slid. It's a lot of sliding.
So, looking into the developer, Chubby Pixel, looks like it was founded in 2012 by Fabio
Let's see
Ferreira
if there's any more comments. I just want to make sure we're not missing
and
mean by
Julira
comments,
Like if there's
Alodi.
more past that
Scroll.
one. There is.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
gosh. That's what I was saying.
I didn't even notice it scrolled.
Because it cut off half of her comment, like right at the end. And I thought there was more. So yeah, we've been missing comments for what, 10 minutes? Go back up. Let's read some comments.
Oh gosh. So, gameplay is your basic platformer. Linear and simple so far. I hope the difficulty goes higher as you play.
It does.
So
Oh my gosh,
style
it does.
gameplay.
Oh my god.
It depends on your definition of difficulty.
Yeah, again.
Okay, we
difficulty is-
just watched you literally hop up like 1 pixel freaking jumps. And oh my gosh, I was walking
Right, I
those
don't like World 4.
like I was
so.
carrying some egg.
I was gonna say that difficulty is definitely subjective.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, you could think this is the hardest thing ever, and then, you know,
Also,
Okay.
there's artificial difficulty.
yeah, then there is also
There's just
artificial.
this slidey thing. Let me just explain this slidey thing and why I keep sliding. If you are running like this, you are slippery. So it takes a second for him to stop.
Yeah, which the ice world, that's true.
But if you
do
just
slide a
walk
lot
like
farther.
this, you don't slide. I don't know why that is.
Is
But
there
if
a
you
way-
run, you will
Probably
do what
physics.
keeps happening to me.
Is there a way to keep that, like, auto-scrolling with them?
I
No, I
wish.
don't think so. Music.
idea why it doesn't do
The music is actually pretty pleasant. It's not too noticeable, so it's not memorable, but it's also not ridiculously annoying. Animal Crossing. Holy cow. But yeah, so I mean it's very pleasant. And we'll hear a few of them as we're going on.
Piano and violin, so it kind of felt like an art game to me because of the music, not just because everything has a very heavy artistic style to it. Sounds like Mario running.
I'm very biased to story in games. That's usually what I focus on when I buy a game. So even though this doesn't have a story,
and
okay. Even though this doesn't have a story, the gameplay was actually interesting enough to capture it. However, talking about length of this game, it is very short.
It is a very, very short game. You could probably complete it in like an hour.
I'd say an hour is about a good estimate.
Yeah.
The speed run is about 7 minutes. So you can get from the start of the game to the ending credits in 7 minutes.
But then you don't. Though I love speedruns after you play the game.
I don't think you had enough momentum going into it. I think
The tunnels are weird because you need vertical momentum and not horizontal momentum. So you sort of have to like bum rush it as fast as you can,
yeah.
or else the game will just be like, yeah.
You are a downward spiral, so therefore I'd make you down. Oh, hi Max. Hi Carrie. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody that I keep missing. The foes. That was one of my my one unhappy moments. That the foes weren't more difficult as the game progressed.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
And I wish
difficult.
they would have
I want them to
had
be
more of the
more
monkeys throwing
Yeah.
rocks. Well, no, I wanted difficulty. I mean, you wanted that, but I was like, I wanted to dodge some enemies. I wanted to be afraid.
Well, I mean, you could
I'm
probably.
afraid
I mean,
of
you
them.
can go through most of the game without having to deal with a lot of enemies. You could just
Yeah.
kind of like dodge a lot of them. I mean, there's a few that you kind of have to like hit and push out of the way.
But we
there's a lot
get
of them.
ranged. So why aren't there more ranged enemies? There's nothing
This
can
game
hurt
has a
us.
demo?
This game has a demo?
Game might have a demo.
I didn't see it on the store,
I'm pretty sure.
but
we had-
it was only 69 cents. So
Yeah, we bought it for
Yeah.
69 cents.
And what's-
which to be honest, it was worth 69 cents. So
Pricing unavailable.
it was money well spent.
As one of the more expensive games we bought at that time, but I'd say I preferred the expensive one. But I'm the platformer person. Of course, I like the platformer. And it puts us straight back to the start.
That's
It's
another
okay.
thing.
I love that sound. Ah!
It's weird. Didn't it sound like he died like
Yes.
Sorry, the little creature died 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. Why do you have to die 3 times with a death plane?
Maybe he
Look
hit
at that.
something
There's,
on the way down. You don't know that. I was
so
so thought I was gonna fall.
Actually, there's a lot of good platformer design in this game that you don't get with a lot of indie platformer games.
You know what this looks like? Little Big Planet.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
that's very
Actually, remarkably looks like it. And slid off. But good news.
No, I did not press the jump button.
You still have
correctly.
the tier. You can die and keep your items. Wow.
Yeah,
I
I
wish more
just.
games did that.
Yeah, it's a very relaxed platformer.
Yeah.
So it was. I did not have a lot of screaming or angry or upsetness at this game. It was actually very calming. But see here, we have an enemy that would run at you, but you can hit it from a distance. So
There's like 2 or 3 enemies
Nice.
that'll do that exact same thing.
It's like,
That'll
well,
like run at you.
yeah, but if you have a thing at a distance, then it doesn't matter.
Right, but
Except if you're speed running and can't unlock it.
But again, it has to do with what Super was saying before is that there isn't a lot of variety, and you have a majority of the enemies that are just going to bomb rush you.
Yeah. There's basically one AI style. Oh, hey!
Hey!
You made it! You made it! No, no.
Oh no!
There was nothing
no.
we could do!
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh,
yay.
magical! It was just a show. I did that on purpose.
Combat style, it's the easiest
Swing
way
your
to
leaf.
say it is
It goes from melee to mage.
yeah, you create a cube in front of yourself every time you hit the attack button. That's it. You can attack like once every second for 1.5 seconds. I haven't attacked in so long I can't remember. Right, Flo?
1, 2, 1. It's maybe less than a second.
Yeah, so, like, if I wanted to be, like, my first platformer, I'd want to make it like this game. You have different jump heights depending on how long you hold the button. Your character's shadow is always underneath them. I don't know how they did that. texture? I want to know. And
We want answers.
yeah,
Let's kill the spiky corn. Like the candy corn?
Candy,
guy?
yeah, I was gonna say
candy corn, yeah.
candy
literally look like
corn
candy corn.
looking.
It's
They're
making me
basically-
hungry.
We want answers, Chubby Pig. So how do you do that?
Oh well. I have the internet to help me out. Yeah.
Oh wait,
So-
let's go this way. Okay.
Do the
what were we
platformers
talking
is you
about?
don't have to go that way. I
Um,
mean, it might not be the right way, but here's another area that'll bum rush you. And then you have
Yeah.
the, that one, but that one was more like
that one just moves by
has a
itself.
predetermined
Yeah.
path.
Yeah, so there's
But you just sit here and
predetermined
rapidly tap that button and he's
Yeah.
gone. You don't ever have to worry about an
and
enemy ever again.
there's-
There's no bosses either, so
Yeah,
it's
there's-
just all focused on platform.
Yeah, which isn't bad, but because the most variety in this game is this jump right here, I hate it so much. You'll fall off and control this so often. Anyway, yes,
I'm not salty, you're salty.
yeah. Like, it could have used more
Oh
things
my
like
gosh!
moving platforms
I thought it was
and,
gone.
what are other things it could have used? Like, just hazards that aren't just a standard enemy, or they can walk straight towards you, or they...
Just stand there and die.
yeah. Lost control again.
Alrighty. No, I didn't lose control. I was jumping somewhere and it was like, no, you're not. You're jumping over here. Yes,
Oh,
I
joy.
am apparently. But the levels are so small to catch up to where you were at. Isn't
should
that
name the
bad?
foes if they
Unless
don't have
you're
cannon.
talking about that one level.
Do they have canon names? Is
Did
there
you
a
scroll?
manual
Just
for
make
this
sure.
game? That's a good
Let's
question.
check Chubby Pixel.
Okay, good.
I'll check Chubby Pixel's website and see if there's.
Because they're all
like,
very
canon
cute
names.
enemies. Oh no. How did that send you further back?
Because
Old-school
it's magic.
platformer with a catchy and unique
No,
art
no.
style. You will find all the classical elements from the 90s games and new interesting ideas.
Oh no, it's a 90s platformer. Why?
Well, it's beautiful and stuff. It worked out.
Oh yeah, it worked
Beautiful
out.
for the 90s.
Had we never known that, we were like, yeah, this is a great game. Because usually when people are like, I'm gonna make a 90s platformer, they make a bad platformer. It's like, well, you could have just made a good platformer with 90s aesthetic.
Woodle Tree is the Hotline Miami of 3D platformers. That's what somebody apparently was quoted as saying.
Oh. Okay.
Woodle Tree is indescribably pretty and out now.
Just push you.
And out now.
Wow.
Great for platforming fans. We look after a little girl who is immediately enthralled. Love the art style. Reminds me of Banjo-Kazooie. You know, another 90s platformer. Who would have guessed?
Even with the bad control scheme. Sorry.
Love adventure platformers like this. Really adorable game. I love it.
It's very adorable.
So it looks like a lot of people tend to give it a positive. Like, kind of like us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a $60 game. They're
No,
not
it's
selling
not.
it for a $60 game,
I think
you
like
know?
the most price I've seen is $5.
Yeah. Which is on the Xbox and PS4. I don't know what Switch is because it's on sale. So,
On
And that's
Steam, it's $2.99.
yeah, and, but that's not the deluxe version.
Oh.
Whoa!
Okay.
I went through the world. So there's a hole there somewhere. It does actually remind me of.
Okay.
There's a platform there.
Oh. I didn't even
It
see
does
that.
remind me of Sonic 3D Blast.
Oh,
Just some good graphics,
yeah.
Right.
Like you know how it was very cartoony. The camera was also. Was the camera static? Because I seem to remember it being static.
3D Blast?
Where you were attacking enemies in
Yes, I believe so.
the one world, and I can't remember its name. I didn't kill it. Oh, okay, good.
You know, one thing I am
Oh,
going
I
to say
can-
right now, as I try and think about what to rate this, if this were $5, I'd definitely say sale. But if it's like $2 to $3, like the PC version says it's $2 to $3, I'd say it's okay making it full
But
price.
yes, but remember this is deluxe version. So the PC version, when I looked up the price, did not list deluxe on it. So it may have been the other one I think the deluxe.
Oh.
You said the Switch had more
Yeah, 2
stuff
levels.
in it. Yeah, that may be the deluxe.
And then probably the upgrades to the Wii.
Do you guys want to look that up?
What is it?
What the PC version of Woodle Tree Deluxe is. Make sure it's in deluxe.
I'm not even sure if there is a PC version.
That's what we're gonna find out. Because we don't want to be like, yeah, go buy this one, and it doesn't have the stuff.
Right,
But yeah, thinking about rating. Well, we paid 69 cents for it.
that's a good price.
It was a very good price. Is it still that way in the Switch?
I don't know. My Switch on there.
Well, we all bought it, so no, the only person who'd be able to check is Dad. Did he just push you? It could be highly possible. There's lots of things that push you in this game, but it's more slipperiness that keeps killing me. Because I'm running,
Yeah.
so I just want to like run through everything.
Yeah.
But the game doesn't want you to do that.
Yeah, if you go towards the edge and you fall off it, the game's
See,
just
when
like...
I press run, it doesn't want to let you jump.
Yeah. The game will just be like, no, I'm just gonna kill you. You're just gonna lose all control. Like there, for instance, that could have killed her. That could have made her fall off. I will mention every time that it looks like Marinette is about to be thrown to her death.
Oh, look, another
I mean,
ladybug.
T. Gainsborough.
I mean, something, not stolen. Alright.
Right there. Right there.
I'm not gonna run, so I don't keep falling.
There
I have
doesn't
to
seem
run
to be
jump over
the
here.
yeah, there doesn't seem to show the
Deluxe.
deluxe on Steam.
Okay, so we'll give that as a warning in case it does not have all the levels of the console versions, yeah?
Yeah, because it has 2 of the best levels design-wise in this game.
Can't wait to
On
rate
the
Woodle
left
Tree
version.
Adventure 2.
How much does that one cost?
That one is $15 currently.
Oh no!
So I'm hoping it's going to be a lot better, but I'm not going to get it right now because we have so many things to review, which we need to
I'll put that
give
on
a
my-
rating for this. Don't forget, guys, in the comments to rate it as well, based on
Like
the
Kayla did.
system. And yeah, and so
Woodle Tree 2 Deluxe
no,
on Steam goes for $13.
yeah.
And the soundtrack is only $1 for the first game, which is not bad.
Yeah.
You can get the
So let's-
soundtrack for the same price as the game.
Now remember, this is based off of their own prices. I believe the Switch is going to be $5 too because PlayStation and Xbox are.
I think they have a thing where you have
So that's the question: is this worth $5? It's very short,
Yeah.
and if we expect a game like $60 game, how long do you expect a $60 game to be?
40 hours, 30, 40 hours.
Yeah.
So then that's close to a little over $1.
I also have enough
hour.
free play value to it
And
as well.
or high quality.
Yes.
I can play a $10 60 or 10 hour $60 game if the polish is up to 11.
Oh,
I feel like I got my money's worth.
oh.
Did not know
okay.
that.
Now we do. So I
Oh,
kind of yes.
This is the Super Mario 64 level for people who like those kind of games, where the objective is in the center of the map. You always respawn here, but you have to, explore out in order to find it.
Now I really like this level because it became from very linear to now more of an open world, where you just get to explore and figure out what you want to do, which I think is very important to point out before we start reviewing. That there's a lot of different. I never went over here.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of exploration in this level.
So,
Why the deluxe version
wow, I did not go
has
this
2
way.
better levels because they had this sort of extra design philosophy. They added a water level. So,
I didn't pick up my new lead.
pick your poison. They had a sand level already. It was like a beach. It was a worse water level. if you can imagine that, there are apparently tiered rankings of water levels. But anyway.
Anyways, so rating. You guys wanna? Yes, now it's gonna be based off the $5.
So what are the 5 categories again?
So we have 5, which is the full price. You're gonna pre-order it or pay the full price. Obviously not pre-order because it's already out. 4 is gonna be sale or discounted, a little less than its current price. 3 is gonna be try a demo or get it pre-owned, which we can't. It's digital, so you want to try.
There is a demo for it on PC.
Oh, on PC.
So I don't know how much of the game it entails in that.
But you'd at least be able to
The
see.
first level.
Probably just the first level.
And then 2 is going to be humble bundle or bargain bin, so where you're going to get it as cheap as possible, but still paying for it. And 1 is don't buy or get it for free, because you can't just say don't buy when people enjoy some broken games a lot of the time. As long as it's free. So,
yeah, I mean, there's big rigs, and I mean, I'd pay for a broken mess like that.
Yeah.
But for this, yeah, we're basing it off of, is it worth $5?
Worth $5.
I am kind of hovering in a 4, because I feel like
I'm very close to voting this a 5.
yeah, I'm like it's an indie developer, so they're not making a lot of money off of it. But that's $5 for roughly around 2 hours of gameplay.
Which is not bad.
Which is a lot more than a $60 game, where you get 40 hours, which is about $1 per hour, and this is, you're paying $2.50 per hour. That's actually double.
It is a little more expensive on that range. But one crazy thing I want to say about it is, will you ever see an indie game this polished again that is a platformer? We have played a lot of indie platformers, and they have not felt as polished as this. The aesthetic is actually really well polished. Like, this might actually be better than Ukulele. That's a
was broken.
weird thing to say, but it might actually be true. With its graphic style, with its like gameplay. I've played a lot of platformers that don't allow you to change its height. I've played a lot of platformers that have like almost tank controls. I've played a lot of platformers like with terrible attack mechanics that you have to punch an enemy 20 times. Hashtag not Sonic Heroes. That's good. Anyway. But the idea, like, for like a 1 to 3 person project to have this kind of quality,
that really is not bad.
with like Marinette about to fall off a platform being about the only
we'll
thing
just
that's going to be
review right
terrible.
here.
Yeah, this might be worth its price in like worth the $5.
So Kayla says, I mean, most Switch games are $60, but most of that is for many ways of breaking down franchising, distribution, copyright, and all of that. But I would say max for this game would be 15. Well, it's definitely not 15.
Yeah.
The second one is, which I think is gonna. It looks a lot better. It's exciting, and I want to see it. I really want to play it compared to this one, so I can't wait for that.
The gameplay's improved.
But we do have to get to reviewing, because we have to ask you guys what game is next, what we're doing next week, and we can go through a little bit of those.
Because we did get a whole lot of like random like.
Yes. Do you know how to leave the level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, Mega, why don't you go first? Rating.
Oh, for the rating, I'd say it's between I'm hovering between a 3 and a 4, but more like leaning towards a 4. Just because, well, yeah, this is kind of I mean, like I said before, it is kind of crudely made, but again, it's the first platformer. Oh, gosh, sorry,
I walked for, I swear, 30 minutes for that, and this is what happened. So let's just not focus on super breaking the game.
What
Kayla says, but there also might be a paid DLC. So if the game is $5, what could be contained in DLC?
I don't think this game is going to have DLC.
Yeah, because they already released it too. But they did release a soundtrack for $1.
Yes.
So that was some DLC. You just go crazy while we review this.
Ham.
So I'm gonna go between full price and sale. I'm gonna say, depending on your view of this. I'm sorry, I'd never seen the camera stay forward. If you feel like you would enjoy an indie platformer,
that has enough polish.
Yeah, that's polished like this, then $5 is it. But if you're not much of a platformer, but you want to try to, support an indie game, sale price isn't that bad. But I don't think. I mean, there is a demo, so you can check it out. But I don't think you have to humble bundle this or get a bargain or not buy it. It's a pretty enjoyable game. You just have to remember that in 2 hours you're going to be done with it, unless you want to speedrun it and stress everybody out. Because I'm just stressed watching this. But I think that the developers deserve the support.
Yeah.
They worked really hard on it.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And you can tell the love and the care put into this game.
Add a companion and a co-op feature.
I don't know if I would give it a co-op, because I don't feel like this game would be designed for a co-op, or at least
unless it's like Sonic with tails continuously attached to you.
Right. That's probably like the extent of what I would say.
Like they help you jump more or whatever.
That stuff's difficult to cut. Well, okay, I take that.
Or
That's
like
actually the
Mario Galaxy, where you can make the person jump and kill them all the time. I mean, what? I mean, help them, not fall and kill them. All right, so I'm gonna say for me it's gonna be 4.5. I'm gonna say that in between a full price and sale, depending on what you want.
So I'd probably say about a 4. Just because while I'm a bit more harsh on this game, just because of my first impressions being a little on the negative side. But again, I do have to admit, I was being a little harsh on it, and more comparing it to bigger budget games, and it's kind of unfair to do that. So yeah, I give it a 4 just because, it is an indie developer, and you should definitely support, small companies, especially during a time like this. And and you're going to be getting the game for really, really cheap.
Yeah, if it's still on sale for 69 cents, I would tell everybody who's watching this, go buy it for 69 cents.
Yeah, it's on sale on the Switch for 69 cents, which is definitely not a bad price.
All 3 of us bought it.
And it's also on Steam, which again, Steam is like huge with sales, so you're bound to get a good deal on Steam.
Just put it on your watch list and you'll get it eventually.
Yes. All right, your turn.
5.
All right.
I think this is one of them, for $5 for the amount of content you get for this game specifically. It's hard for me to. It does have a bit of bias, but it sounds like it's so hard to think to have an indie game with this amount of polish, yet with this amount of jank is
look at that water.
It's an anomaly. And for $5,
yeah,
the water particles aren't that bad. You're right.
No, when he splashed in and out.
Oh,
There's a splash. See. So.
I think that's just straight 5. It is worth $5.
Okay. So then our combined voting would then be 4.5, because a 4, 5, and a 4.5, that's where it would end up. So, but remember, your reviews are important, so what you have to say, and because we're trying to think of what the audience would feel for this game, not just what we feel about it, because it's important. Answer back and forth and discuss. All right, so that concludes our first review. What we should talk about, what to do next week. So please, in the comments, be sure to let us know which one you want us to do. Can you go back to the home page?
Yeah, just say.
Also, feel free
Go
to
to all.
give your scores in the comments as well.
Yes, because we do definitely want your scores. And maybe we'll even go through the comments if there's enough, and we'll put up a new rating saying what everybody's overall score was. So, some of the ones we have Violet, we have No Reload Heroes,
It's multiplayer.
yeah, it is. We have All Red
that one.
Knight, but we can still do it.
Aldred Knight,
Yeah, don't.
Cooking
Really?
Tycoons, Flow
We
Lines.
can
We
review.
reviewed a good game.
It doesn't matter. We review whatever anybody gives us.
Okay.
Okay, we have Cooking Tycoons, Flow Lines, My Brother Rabbit, Tiny Hands Adventure, Drawful 2, The Mystery of Woolly Mountain, Pocket Mini Golf, Sheep Patrol.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
No,
Get him Mario demands it.
we have so many great games too. But we kind of want to focus a little on
Yeah.
indie games and give them some shine. Risk of Rain 2,
Somebody was saying Risk of Rain 2, which hey, it's
Oh,
not
yeah. You know, the one Sarah Ash has.
bad.
Sorry you didn't get to play yesterday. You're playing Mario Maker, so
How much is Risk of Rain 2?
is it? I think it's like $30, and I got it for like $20. But it's also Risk of Rain 2.
I think the physical copies
maybe
come
it's
with
$20.
a copy of
Well, I
the
was just thinking
first
because
game
we
too.
all usually get a
Oh,
copy.
yeah. The first
Ah.
game's $10 though, the original Risk of Rain. And that one is easier for. No, I'll take that back. No.
Yes.
But yeah, out of all these games, we got a lot of indie games down here. I'm trying to highlight Aldred Knight as little as possible.
Do you not like
Oh.
Aldred Knight?
Yeah, and
It's tough. Like, remember how I was having trouble with Woodle Tree Adventures with just sliding off of platforms, and that's the only thing, and that's in 3D. This is in 2D, and I have more trouble.
let's give like a quick overview of kind of what type of games they are. So Violet, it's a puzzle game, and it is purely art. It is completely artistic. It's one of the reasons why I really wanted to review that one. No Reload Heroes is a 4-player 4-switch one. So that one we really wanted to give more of a
Bullet hell, right?
multiple switch view, because not a lot of games have that right now. They usually have co-op. Cooking Tycoons is, I got it because I like cooking games and I play Cooking Diary. So next,
I mean, I like those games too. I
They-
play them on
yeah,
Facebook
so
sometimes.
yeah, so they're interesting. I love the cafe ones. Anyways, Flowline versus, I don't know what it is, but we had to get the discount on the cooking one. And it
It's
was like,
two-player, I
it was
think,
like
so
6
it's not
cents or
bad.
something, and I was like, okay, sure, yeah, it's 2-player. My Brother Rabbit, this is another story-based one. Again, I always heavily go towards story-based. And it seemed like his brother was sick or dying. It was very quick. I don't want to like to spoil myself. So then he goes on this adventure with his brother Rabbit.
Cooking Tycoon.
And
Tiny Hands.
yeah, Tiny Hands Adventure. That literally looks like Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. That's why I want to play it. I want to find out. I want to find out how this goes. Drawful 2, that is another multiplayer one, and it's like a Pictionary, but Cards Against Humanity style. So I'm very interested. You can censor it. They do have censor things. So. Mystery of Woolly Mountain. This is another story one, and but it's kind of more like cave story style.
Yeah, but that looks like it's a painted style, but I think it's pixel in game graphics.
Pocket Mini Golf is 4-player on the Switch. That one's 99 cents, which got a Sheep Patrol for
Free, was it?
no, like 64 cents. It was
Okay.
something really cheap. Or was it free? I don't
One
know.
of them was free.
No,
The
it
Flow
was
Lines
Sheep.
is free.
No,
Okay.
Sheep Patrol got Mini Golf for free. That's
Okay.
what happened. Sheep Patrol's also on sale. I don't know if they're still on sale, but we got them on sale. And Sheep Patrol, literally just looks like golf, but with sheeps and a dog, and I was so interested in it. Mostly because I like Harvest Moon. So I wanted to see what it was like. So those are the different kind of indie games. But if, let's say, we listed off all of these, obviously we'll be rating these first. But if you have any others to suggest that are more indie games and think that they need to be reviewed because nobody's reviewing them, which is why we're not reviewing things like Smash Brothers, because everybody's reviewing, huge things like that. Then let us know in the comments, and we'll see if it's on sale. If it's not, then we'll probably have it on our wish list and wait for it to be on sale, because we have to get 3 copies so everybody enjoys it. Unless it's a multiplayer game on one console, then we don't have to. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining us for the first Scarf Studies on Facebook and our review. And thank you for reviewing it with us, because it's always important to see everybody else's opinions and what people think, because everybody has different tastes.
Of course.
So, anything else, Taylor?
No, not that. No. I'm good.
All right. Well, we will see you later, and next time, don't forget your scarf. So you want to end it? Because you know how to do the dry thing.
Bye.
I don't know how to use that stylus. All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Do I click that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye.